Hare Krishna. So, all of us have three layers of existence, or three bodies we can think about. The first is that which we see each other with, what we see with his eyes, how I perceive you, how you perceive me. That is called the gross body, or Stula Sharir, which is made of earth, water, fire, air, ether. Right? This body is predominantly earth. There is water, like in our blood and all that. Fire, like the digestion system. Air, okay, there's no need to explain that. And ether, the space between our body. So that's the gross body. Within that, there's a subtle body, which is called Shukshma Sharir. It is made of the mind, intelligence, and false ego. So this body is existing, we know, like all of us know, I have a mind, I have intelligence, I have an ego. But you cannot localize it. You can't say that my mind is on here, my intelligence is there, there's no intelligence there. It's pervading the entire body. For example, let's say you're walking in a dark room or dark forest or a jungle, and suddenly you step on something long and slimy, right? Immediately intelligence hits you and say that, oh, I think I step on a snail or a snake or a worm, and you jump, isn't it? So that means even in your feet there's intelligence. Many people have this experience when you're driving a car. You're driving a car, your consciousness, you're so focused driving, and your consciousness expand throughout the whole car. Let's say someone from behind just passes by your car and just touches the car without any sound. You feel that, oh, you can feel that someone has touched your car, isn't it? Because your consciousness expand. So this mind, intelligence, false ego, it's like that. It's a very subtle thing. It contains all the desires, all the longings, all the wantings, all the memories, right? From this life, next life. So when we die in this world, the gross body is destroyed. But the subtle body is the one which carries the soul from lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Right? So all the unfulfilled desires and everything, they get carried by the subtle body. Soul is who we are, the real person within. So soul is Satchit Ananda, right? Eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. That is who we really are, sitting in all this. And we're just covered by this mind, intelligence, false ego, covered again by this gross body. So then a question comes, if soul is not affected by karma. Of course, soul is not affected by karma. Karma means whatever action we do, we get reaction for it, right? And the gross body has no reaction, it changes. But the soul covered with the subtle body, they carry the reaction life after life. They carry that balance, that account. So when we actually go back home, back to Godhead, that is the time we destroy this subtle body also. So subtle body means that is what gives us the identification or the connection, the thinking, the thought. Right? False ego means what? The thought that I'm a male, I'm a boy, I'm a girl, I'm an Indian, I'm a Chinese, South Indian, North Indian. This identification, false identification we have. These are my family members, they are my parents, these are my children. This identification that is created is because of the subtle body, false ego, mind, intelligence. And as long as the soul identify or misidentifies with all of this, we have to suffer. Okay? So when the soul goes back to Krishna, then none of this is there. No gross body, obviously, and no subtle body also. As long as in this material world, we are moving around from one subtle body to another. So karma affects who then? Where is karma carried? In the subtle body. So the souls can go back to Krishna if they have the real identification. Our problem is this misidentification is so strong. It is so strong. We are carried away by emotions of temporary things because we are misidentifying because of this subtle body. So, spiritual life, the main process of purification is the mind, the intelligence, and the false ego. We are not so much body, but the gross body. Right? Gross body is not important to us, but the mind, intelligence, and false ego, that is the most important thing. So, we are chanting Hare Krishna to tell the mind that, look, you're a servant of Krishna, not the servant of some Indian family or some Chinese or some whatever, right? And you're telling the intelligence that intelligence should be used to develop Krishna conscious, not develop false ego and this and that. What is the false ego? The thinking that I'm this body, that identification. The real ego is that I'm a servant of Krishna. Therefore, as long as we, the souls, identify with this temporary, illusionary, falselyhood things around us, We will always be suffering and stuck in the cycle of karma. This is why they said that when a person becomes a devotee, they are free, or they are not governed, or not under karma. It is because it is to be understood when a person becomes a devotee, right? They have taken initiation, now they have taken a name of Das or Dasi. The understanding is that that person should have the consciousness that I'm actually have nothing to do with this world or the people around me or anything here. It is just one big drama. My real position is I'm a servant of Krishna. That's it. So when a person actually has this identification, then karma doesn't touch him. Karma is only a law if a one is moving around in this material world. So therefore, devotees are not governed by karma, they are governed by Krishna because of the very identification they have, that they are no longer identify with anything of this world. We're just living through it. We don't take it too seriously. Right? We're just living through it. We don't take it too seriously. Hare Krishna.